Would you encourage others to do the practice?
Definitely. How I was with medications and everything, it was not great at all. I felt terrible. A month ago, I was struggling to get out of bed. I was very, very sore quite often. I was on a lot of really harsh medication and I felt pretty bad most days, both mentally and physically. When I got out of bed, I would fall over, or I just have my joints would just lock up and I wouldn't be able to move, or if I was writing something, my hands would lock up and I couldn't finish writing what I was doing. Now I feel much better. I have a lot less pain, so that's always a bonus. And mentally, I'm feeling a lot better as well. So it's win-win.
What are the main symptoms that you've been able to relieve?
The stiffness and pain in my joints. All of them I've managed to relieve with doing pauses and very shallow breathing and the practice itself. Also headaches, period cramps, if I'm feeling really fatigued, it'll help with that. It'll give me more energy. I've been able to sleep more, and also my sleeplessness has left, and I've been able to treat that with the potato method, and can't really think of anything else at the moment. But yeah, that's what it's helped.
What about your mood?
My mood has been a lot better than it was, but when it's going through cleansing, it can be a bit, not great. But it's like, as soon as you do a practice or something, you feel a lot better for it. Like I'll get a bit angry or I'll get a bit emotional after a practice or something, and I just need to do a bit more breathing and it helps, which is awesome.
What about dealing with stressful situations?
I've actually found that I am a lot less stressed since starting the practice. It's given me a lot more clarity in things that I've decided to do and a couple of decisions I've made recently. And when I do get stressed, it usually goes away after a couple of practices. And even if it's after your first big practice of a morning, that's sometimes when I'm getting a bit stressed when I wake up and I've got to do a heap of things. And if I'm having a bad day, it's just trying to catch up on like making that better. And sometimes I'll need to do more pauses in my first set than normal to get that under control, but it's good. And I haven't had as much stress recently, which is awesome.
What about your daily activities? Are there things you can do now that you were not able to do before?
Before I started, I could barely do anything. I could not hang out the washing or do the dishes, and now I can do both of those things. I can actually do a bit of exercise. I've been doing some swimming, some light walking, making sure my breath is still regulated and still low. But yeah, I can do so much more than what I used to. Well, and I can actually walk down the stairs like a normal human being now, which is great.
And what about your appetite? How's your appetite been?
My appetite's been pretty good. I've been reducing what I've been eating a lot. I usually eat like something small at lunchtime and then dinner, and I just skip breakfast altogether. Usually eat at like 1:30 in the afternoon and then just have like a small portion at dinner, and I find that tides me over very nicely. Have dinner a couple hours before I go to bed so it all digests nicely.
What level of maximum pause? How long did you have to hold your breath in order to get relief? At what point did you get sufficient dose to treat your symptoms?
Once I got above 85, I found that it really, really improved my condition, especially once I got up to 95 and 100, 115 seconds. It was a really, really good bracket, and I always felt heap of clarity, basically no pain after that for quite a while, which was really, really good. Sometimes it was a push to get there, but it feels a lot better for it. But yeah.
Are there any other observations that you would make since you've done the practice?
Oh, just feeling generally better, thinking more clearly. The way I go about things is a bit more particular, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but
focused, perhaps.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just a lot more relaxed about situations, like making some decisions. It's been a lot easier instead of stressing about it like how I used to. It's just been a bit more of like, oh yeah, cool, done. And yeah, so that's the other thing that I've noticed. But other than that, everything's good.
Would you encourage others to do the practice?
Definitely. I mean, how I was with medications and everything, it was not great at all. I felt terrible. And the thing is, with medications, you can go back into how you were out of remission. But with this, man, I feel great. I can do everything. Sure, you have your cleanses, but it doesn't last very long and you feel amazing. So I definitely recommend it. You feel so much better.